Good day and welcome to another one of my live stream lectures while I'm out here getting my walking done this afternoon. And before I get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. And as we usher into the year 2025, I'm so excited as a content creator in reference to the direction I'm going to continue to take my YouTube channel. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is, it is your responsibility if you are a content creator, rather your channel is monetized or not. It is your responsibility to know and stay abreast of the YouTube community guidelines. It is your responsibility to do that versus, relying on listening to other content creators, giving their interpretation of those guidelines. YouTube does a really good job if you go to YouTube Studio in terms of having those community guidelines available. They have tutorials. They just have a lot of wealth of information about those YouTube community guidelines, and you really need to spend time reading that information for yourself. And they alert you when they update or do updates on YouTube community guidelines. And do your own due diligence, because there are a lot of content creators who get their channel shut down, or they get warnings, or they're getting strikes because, number one, they're violating these guidelines. Number two, they're going off hearsay and what other people interpretation of those guidelines are. I've always known the importance of read information for yourself. I mean, basic business 101. Read your own information. And if you have a question about those guidelines, you can email YouTube directly and they will respond to your question. Get your information from the source. And to me, it's simple, because, especially if your channel is monetized, and I listen to a lot of disgruntled content creators. When they've gotten in trouble with YouTube, they'll upload these videos talking about, how YouTube did me wrong, and they don't understand why they got this warning or strike or YouTube channel shut down. And I'm gonna tell you something, YouTube will alert you on what you done wrong. Trust me. They're gonna alert you on about that warning, that strike, etc. And for real. And that's why I tell people it is your responsibility as a content creator. It ain't no other content creator responsibility to read those guidelines for you. I'm keeping it real. It is your responsibility. It is no different if you are an employee on a job. It is your responsibility to read policies and procedures, people, so you won't lose that job. Any job company going to take you through orientation. They're going to give you those policies and procedures. You're going to know how to go about to attain those policies and procedures in relation to the essential functions of your job, in relation to behavior on the job, and violate those policies and procedures. You will get fired from that job. No different from YouTube. Violate those community guidelines. You, as a content creator, your channel will begin to get strikes and warnings, and eventually your channel will be shut down. So that's why I say it is your responsibility to do your own due diligence, for real, and to stay abreast of it. Versus going off, because I sometimes listen to a lot of content creators on these YouTube channels, and a lot of the words that come out of their mouth, I be listening to this. And I'm thinking, where are they getting this information from? It's clearly wrong. Clearly. Because understand, girl, I've always been the type of person, I read and I ask questions from the source. And some of the basic YouTube guidelines to me, which is a no-brainer. in terms of copyright laws, you can get your channel shut down for violation of copyright laws, meaning using another content creator, published work, published videos, using someone else's music in your videos. That is a clearly violation of copyright laws. Copyright laws don't just apply to YouTube. Copyright laws are big in the world of academics. Trust me, but big in the world of academics at all levels, at the elementary level, the middle school level, the high school level, the college level, graduate school level, in terms of you cannot copy someone else's work. A child cannot copy. If a child at any grade level get caught copying another student work and passing it off as their own, they will get in trouble for that. The school will address that. Because I'm telling you, as a parent, you wouldn't want your child copying the work of another classmate and passing it off as their work. No, I can't think of no parent would be okay if their child at any grade level, elementary, middle school, high school, college, to copy another classmate's work verbatim, ain't changing nothing other than putting their name on it and turning it in as their work to get that passing grade. What parent would be okay with that? And in the college level, violate those copyright laws, you can get expelled from college. You can lose your scholarship. In the business world, in the corporate world, you can't copy another co-worker's work and pass it off as your work to get that promotion, because if you find out, that company will fire you. So YouTube is no different. You cannot violate copyright laws and use another content creator video or music as your own, because YouTube's going to find out about it, because they clearly have in those community guidelines. You cannot violate copyright laws. Another major community guideline, you can't be on YouTube or harassing people, threatening people, hate messages, sexual prerogative type material. They will shut you down. This is just basic community guidelines are rattling off. And it's a whole lot more. And if a content creator is doing all that, yeah, they need to get shut down. The channel should get shut down, because those community guidelines are laid out in black and white, and you can't say you didn't know, because there's there. And if you say you didn't know, you should have known if you're a content creator, because it's your responsibility to read the information, to stay abreast of the information. I'm keeping it real. I'm prior to me retiring as a clinical supervisor, and folks who I supervise, if they try to say, oh, I wasn't aware that was a policy and procedure, and I say, let me show you this document you signed in reference to when you did your orientation in regards to attaining those policies and procedures and reading those policies and procedures. This is where you signed, stated you read this material, you understood this material. Here's your signature and date to validate this. So you can't say you didn't know that it was against policy. You didn't know this particular policy. So I say this to say, people, it is your responsibility as a content creator to stay abreast of these community guidelines. If you have questions about those community guidelines, send your email to YouTube, the source, versus listening off other content creators wrong. Many times their interpretation is wrong. I'm here to tell you, I've heard so many wrong things. I'm thinking, I'm just scratching my head. I'm trying to figure out, where are they getting this obvious wrong information? It is not okay to violate copyright laws, people. It's not. I'm a published author. My book went through 2 world-renowned publishing companies, and I'm gonna tell you how serious copyright laws are. No, can't nobody take my published work that's protected by copyright laws. Take my published book, Await Financial Freedom, that hit all major bookstores almost 3 years ago. Can't nobody take my book and just change the title and submit it as their book to make money. You can't do that. That would be a violation of copyright laws, and I could easily sue that person in any court without a problem. Copyright laws apply to many types of genres, people. in the academic world, in the book world, in the school world, YouTube world. And I say that to say, you know, there's a lot of content creators as we speak violating copyright laws, using other people's material, using other people's content, using components of a person's content, using their music, and then to incorporate it onto their video. You can't do that. I'm telling you, this was one of the biggest YouTube community violations guidelines right there, the copyright laws, and they should get shut down, and I'm here to tell you. So share this information in regards to, it is your responsibility to know these community guidelines, to stay abreast of these community guidelines, and most importantly, it protects your YouTube channel. You know, when you stay abreast of those guidelines and follow those guidelines, it protects, first of all, it protects your channel. It protects your credibility. If you monetize, it protects your money. I'm keeping it real. All of the above, in terms of real good reasons to make sure you adhere to and follow those community guidelines. So that's all I have. Simple fidelity, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.